welcome to this late-ass review of To Abandon the Sacred Beasts. Yeah, I kind of dropped the ball on this one. I completely forgot I reviewed our review on time because it was on my mind. But be honest, this series don't leave me much of a very strong impression on me. But nonetheless, I'm still intrigued. So therefore, I'm like, well, I could review it next week when it comes out. Just do a double one. But nah, just read it today and then I'll review most. I'm gonna retry later on. So let's just get into the episode review. Is Shao. I was wondering why Cain kidnapped Shao. I was thinking about that at first. You know, I'm pretty sure if Hank saw Cain, Hank would go running one way or another. He would follow Cain to kill him because he had this vendetta against Cain. So I was thinking, what was the point unless it's to lure him in? So to be honest, much of this story doesn't have any much strong plot points. It's a very simple told story when you think about it. No twists or turns or anything like that. Everything is just plain and simple. And sometimes that's good when you have so many stories out there trying so hard to one up each other. It's just good to have that simple, plain story. It's not great, but it's good nonetheless. So I am still enjoying the series, and I can clearly see not many people are talking about it, unfortunately. And I can see why. It doesn't really pop out or anything like that. It just stays under the rest of the big ones that are out this season. There's a lot of pretty much good ones that are out right now. So that being said, Hank going off to the ball. Seems like the more I look at Cain, the more I think of Dio. Not the Stan Dio from part 3, but Dio from part 1. He was just called Dio Brando when his name was in all caps or anything like that. I guess when he was resurrected, he became just Dio. But back then, it was just Dio Brando. And he was a jerk, and he would use more cruel ways of getting to his opponents. So in a way, I see the JoJo ripping off here a little bit. You see Hank as Jonathan, and you can see Cain as Dio, and they're just squared at it. And so Cain, I thought Cain had true inner motives. Who knows? He probably does. He probably put on a facade today because the little speech he made, how he felt like he didn't want to die. I can understand that. Like, you put your life on the line for your country. You go through all these inhumane experiments. You do what you can to defend the people in the home you love. So just to find out, now that you've become a freak, you have to die. Even though they're the ones that made you into that in the first place. So Cain pulling that trigger, he probably did have that kind of emotion inside him. Like, this isn't fair. I want to live too. So he believes that we're going to save the country. Why not we get something out of it? One problem is that most of the people who do turn these beasts, they don't. Yes, they lose their humanity, but I'm guessing he doesn't care. He says, "Why not us take over the world?" Stuff like that. Or take over the country, anyways. And that was his main ideal. So he got a lot of people up together to help fund his project. But then when he was done with them, he just killed them. If you are not one of his kind, he's going to kill you. And therefore, this guy was deemed king of the monsters, in a way. It's a tale as old as time. You have 3 best friends. 2 are guys, 1's a girl. The girl dies by the cool best friend, and the other best friend goes out for vengeance. It's a tale that's told so many times throughout history. And here it's being told again. So you see a girl named Shell who looks just like Elaine. And in Hank's mind, when he saw Shell fall to the ground, he was having those same flashbacks, I guess the reason why he brought Shell there, because he knew that when Cain opened his heart to someone, I guess he closed his heart off for a while. So letting Shell in, he found some more humanity within him. So capturing her was a pretty good idea to bait him in. Well, he wasn't coming either way. But his true intention was to have Hank to go full beast mode. Because when we were watching the show, you see a purple wolf there. So like, what's so special about Kane then? I mean Hank. If there's a purple wolf, then you see at the end of the episode where he gets freaking humongous in a way from Big B Wolf from Wolf Among Us. So he's probably the tail of the big bad wolf from Little Red Riding Hood or the other fairy tales back in the day. If you don't know about Big B Wolf from The Wolf Among Us, a very good comic, and it's also a video game from Telltale, one of their best games too, which people are praying for a sequel, but it will not come since Telltale went bankrupt and they're out of business. So there'll be never a season 2 for Wolf Among Us, unfortunately. So Big Wolf is pretty much a son, the youngest son of a wolf and the Great Wind, where they made together and had a couple puppies, and those puppies were very powerful. Even though Baby Wolf was the weakest, the other ones died. Despite him being the weakest, he was still incredibly strong. So because of that, he had different kind of forms. Where he starts out just growing a bit hairy and stuff, some nails. Then one where he goes kind of looks like an ape. Then finding his final form where he's like a giant wolf, and he's almost indestructible, and his mouth can just break through anything, and that's how powerful he is. So in a way, I see Hank like Big Wolf. He's very, very powerful. He has his forms and stages, and despite him, people see him as a monster, he still fights for justice in his own kind of way. And also find out somehow Kane has a brother who looks nothing like him. Yeah. I thought this guy was going to be a dick or a jerk, because usually they have those kind of shows where it's a dude who's just killing all the monsters just because he has strong hatred for them, and it kind of turns him into a kind of a dick. But no, not this time. He seems like he has a heart, even for his comrades and for other people. So I'm glad he's in like that. So they broke the trope there. Kind of happy about that. So that's all I got for this episode. Really, I just want to make this quick because I've got the other thing right quick, and that's that. So anyway, if you enjoy my content, enjoy Tobin the Sacred Beast, help out the channel by engagement, by like, comment, subscribe, of course. Hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. Macro Anime, signing out. And I have to go to the bathroom.